Tim Albright with AVNation with InfoComm 2019 special. What we're doing is we are previewing the exhibitors coming to InfoComm 2019, June 8th through the 14th. The show floor itself is open June 12th through the 14th. And with me today, talking about PlanIt AV, is Brian Rolston. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tim. Great to be here.
Thank you. You guys are in booth number 4191, 4191. We walk into PlanIt AV's booth on the show floor of InfoComm. What are we going to find?
Well, we're excited to introduce PlanIt AV at InfoComm 2019. When you come to our booth, you'll be able to sit down and take a demo of this cloud-based solution that helps simplify AV lifecycle planning and AV management for AV managers in North America. There are two main features of PlanIt AV. First is project planning, and this allows users to quickly and easily establish a dynamic multi-year AV capital projects plan, very simply. And it also allows you to manage your AV systems that are organized by different buildings, different rooms, and shows you a list of each of the rooms in those buildings. And you can easily edit those. You can store related documents, design documents, product manuals, log a history of what has gone on in the building. And the really key to getting started with all of this is entering in for your rooms, your last AV install date, your expected life cycle of that room, and then the system will calculate when that room will be replaced or upgraded and included in your plan.
So let me ask a couple of questions here as we have the screen up. So when you calculate that, and is it going to send you, I don't know, a reminder, or hey, you know what, your update or your life cycle is coming to an end, whether that's 6 months in advance or a year in advance?
It basically shows up, Tim, in the project plan. Okay. That you can manage from the project planning screen. And if you need to update that, you just click on one of the rooms in the system, hit the edit button, and then you can change the life cycle. If you need to kind of balance the budget and make sure that you're keeping the finance folks happy and maybe not spending so much money 1 year as you are in the others. This plan that we have here in our test data, is a little heavy in 2020, so we might need to go in there and try to move some of our projects into 21 and 22, just kind of level out that spending just a bit.
It's very interesting. So when you were developing this, were you thinking of the the technology managers and the IT managers, or were you also thinking of the integrators as well, who could also kind of help their clients with this?
About 6 years ago, I attended a lifecycle planning class at InfoComm, and at the time I managed about 55 conference rooms and other AV installations, and the instructor shared this really great spreadsheet to organize your AV inventory and to help kind of think about the AV planning. Well, it took us about 3.5 years. We had about 1,000 pieces of equipment in there before we could really get our heads wrapped around the planning piece of this. So that's where the idea for PlanIt AV came from, a way to simplify that process, to get to a project plan more quickly. Basically, if you add your buildings, you add your rooms, the last AV install date, the expected life cycle, you've got a plan that you can start working and developing year over year to keep your rooms up to date and keep the senior management happy.
So you're talking with, you're helping as integrators as well as technology managers and IT managers. When they're looking through these, and we already talked about kind of looking at kind of the 4, 5, 6, 7 year plan. When you're talking with these technology managers, how do we go about, or how do they go about really kind of ramping this up? Let's say we've got the software, and it took you guys 3 years. So how does PlanIt AV help shorten that time and speed up the process?
Well, PlanIt AV helps you get to an AV project plan really quickly. And one of the items that kind of helps inform your plan is the equipment age. So, we realize not everybody has an exhaustive AV inventory. And the way to get started is really just by adding the core equipment for the tier 1 conference rooms, the high priority ones, the ones you're going to hear about if they go down at the wrong time, to make sure you're keeping those up to date. And if there is an issue, that you have ready access to all the documentation in the room so you can get that room back online as quickly as possible. So it's a step-by-step process adding that data. But when you update a room is the time to put in all the information you can. You have all that coming into your inbox. You can add everything down to the MAC address and the IP address as those of each device as those come in. And one of the things we're going to be introducing in the fourth quarter is a version of PlanIt AV for integrators and consultants, so they can help you build out your rooms in PlanIt AV.
Oh, very cool. So Brian, if you're on your website, we can go to it now. We can also obviously join you guys in InfoComm 4191. Everybody's going to the show floor though. So if they're not going and they want to find out more about PlanIt AV and how to get involved, how do they do that?
They can check us out on planitav.com, Twitter at PlanItAV, look us up on LinkedIn, and also now we're going to have a YouTube channel thanks to AVNation giving us our first video. We're really excited to share the platform with everybody attending InfoComm and those who can't. If you are attending InfoComm, we're at the back of the hall. We're just south of the bridge over the Unified Communications area. So, we know the big booths at the front of the hall are really crowded on Wednesday morning. And so we're encouraging you to visit those of us at the back of the hall and save those big booths for Thursday and Friday. And the other thing we're really looking forward to is the feedback we're going to get. We intend to be actively engaged with our user base, listening and developing new features, making improvements that are going to make AV tech managers' lives easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I have found at InfoComm over the years, some of the more interesting and unique, innovative booths are in that back area. So yeah, absolutely check them out. Again, PlanIt AV is at 4191. Brian Wilson from PlanIt AV. Thank you, sir. For us, for AVNation, you can go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Orlando June 12th through the 14th and bring you everything from the show for a visit. Brian and the folks at AV. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.